I love when Funko adds little hidden details. So much so that I've turned this into an entire series on the channel, and today we're back with Easter eggs on Funko Pops, episode 4. And the first ones we're gonna be checking out is a Goofy movie for the 30th anniversary. You may think at first these are just some regular figures, even though they do look pretty nice. Like, take a look at that Bobby, how cool. But what gets even better is when you open up the inside flap, they've actually added some little details. Like for the top of the Bobby box, we have the Leaning Tower of Cheesa, and then when you flip it over, it says Bobby. For Goofy, we have him on top of his car, and then when you flip it, it's Bigfoot. And then for Max's power line, we of course have a picture of him from the movie, and then it says power to the Max. Cheddar Wizard! Some really cool stuff that Funko did not have to include, but it just elevates the figures so much. Now, next up, everybody, we have Oscar the Grouch. And you may think, just from looking at him here, this is a regular Oscar. And you'd be right, because there isn't actually any Easter eggs on this figure. Like, there is some nice detail, like the Scram little sign or Slimy at the bottom. But that's about it. What we actually are talking about is the exclusive version of this figure that released. And that is, everybody, this one here, the Entertainment Earth exclusive where he's orange. The reason that they made him orange for this exclusive version is actually to do with the first season of Sesame Street that ever aired on television. I actually just found out this information recently, but if you don't know why he was orange for the first season, it's because they originally thought that televisions wouldn't be able to see green very well when they were in black and white. Then when it swapped to color, orange didn't really suit Oscar the Grouch, so they gave him a backstory where he actually traveled to the swamp and fell in to make him this green color. So technically, everybody, he is always orange. It's just that green version is when he's super dirty later on. How interesting is that? Like, he's technically always been orange. Like I said, he's just covered in swamp goo or whatever, you know, whatever's in the water in a swamp. Okay, now hold on, everybody. I just noticed one more thing. The orange one says go away when the green one says scram. Funko, that's pretty nice too. Now we're getting a little bit spooky with this next one here because we have Goosebumps, and what I love about these figures is that it actually has to do with the box, not the character. Even though these all do have a lot of really great detail, and if you guys haven't seen the set before, I definitely need to pick up more of them. It's just this is the only one that I have. Well, actually this one, and then that guy down there, but not the regular one, the blacklight version that was over at Barnes & Noble, I think. Fitting, because it's a bookstore. But anyways, opening this one up here, you can see this is Attack of the Mutants, and if you have any of the regular ones, it doesn't really matter. They all have this. It's actually on the inside of the box, because if you guys don't know, all of the Goosebumps are books, and so they have an insert that actually shows what the cover of the book is. How cool is that? This is the Attack of the Mutants actual book. And of course, like, there isn't any pages here. It's literally just a sheet of cardboard with it printed out, but I think that is so cool that they've included this. And like I said, it is with every single one of the ones, so you could get Bad Hair Day, Attack of the Mutant, Night of the Living Dummy, The Haunted Mask, or Werewolf of Fever Swamp with this cover. So again, a really great detail that Funko did not have to add, but I love that it's included. Okay, now for this one here, we actually have 2 Easter eggs. And if you guys don't know, this is Roz, of course, from The Wild Robot. And actually, now that I say that, it's not just Roz. We also get Finkel and Bright Bill, which is a really jam-packed figure when you think about it. 3 characters in one, and I love that they made it just a single figure for The Wild Robot. I think it makes this one a lot more special. And anyways, what I wanted to show you, the first thing was, on the inside top flap, it says, "A Rosm always completes its task." It's really cool that they included that because it's just like a little bit of text, but it's so nice that it's there.
I am Rosm 7134. A Rosm always completes its task. Just ask.
And then, everybody, the other thing that I want to show you actually has to do with the figure. It's when you take it out of the box, you'll notice on the back side of Roz, there is some numbers. 7134. And if you guys don't know what that means, it's actually Roz's number, I guess, like, robot from the movie. Like, Roz's number 7134 out of, I guess, all of the robots, which is such a fun thing that they added because, like, you see it on the back, like, you have to take it out out to actually find something like this, and if you just saw it in a store, like, it's not a selling feature, and I think that's what's really cool about it. It's probably just somebody over at Funko who really enjoyed the movie and was like, let's throw that on the back, or maybe, who knows, they wanted to include it at DreamWorks. But either way, I think it's so fun that they did, and also that Pedro Pascal Fox is a nice addition too. Okay, now I wanted to include this one today because it's just a small thing, but I thought it was a lot of fun. If you guys don't know, Funko for years now has created their own characters called Fantastic Plastics, and this one is Fin de Chom. It's just a surfing shark, like he's out by the water, and it's just like a cool character. One of my favorites actually from this line. But what I think is so fun about it, and I think you guys will find it interesting too, is that, well, on the back side, you'll notice that he does have a pair of sunglasses in his shorts. Something you wouldn't see unless you took it out of the box. But there are two other things that I wanted to mention, because you'll notice he has pretty jagged teeth. But when you look in the middle on his necklace, it's actually a human tooth necklace. How funny is that? And then when you take a look at the bite out of the surfboard, it's human teeth because they don't look like his. So it means like a person is swimming around in the water biting at him. It's pretty funny because it's like they've reversed the roles. And anyways, yeah, that is just like such a cool little detail that, again, you wouldn't see unless you really looked at him. Oh, yes. Okay, this is a really great one. We have 70s Bob from the Minions Rise of Gru. The reason I want to talk about this one is because it's very similar to another one that I've talked about in these videos with Easter eggs, where you can actually take a piece off of this pop. Let me get this out of the box and then I'll show you which piece I'm talking about, because look at 70s Bob. Like, how cute is this? But you ready for this one, everybody? The hair is removable.
Ooh la la.
I think it is so fun that they've done this a few times because, I don't know, they don't do it that often. So when they do, it's a pretty fun detail. I wonder if I could also like just throw it. Yeah, it does. It's just kind of like an easy thing that sits on top. Like, it doesn't really click in, but when you have it in the box, it definitely looks like one piece, which is why I think it's a pretty great Easter egg. Especially because, too, if you're looking at it, nowhere does it say removable hair. Like, usually you would think it's like some sort of selling feature, like I talked about with the Roz figure earlier. But yeah, it is nowhere to be found. It's just like an extra little fun bit. Now, I had to include this SpongeBob pop in the video because I actually talked about it the other day and remembered how great this Easter egg was on it. It is the ripped pants SpongeBob, and from the outside of the box, you'll see he's wearing underwear, he's got his sand guitar, but that seems to be about it. But if you know the name of the character and you know what happens in the episode, you would know that his pants actually become ripped. So, when you open him up, you'll see, there they are, ripped as ever.
Ripped pants.
It's such a small thing that I feel like if they didn't include it, it would have been okay, but also, like, it's called Ripped Pants SpongeBob. He needs to have his pants at least torn a little bit on the back. But again, it's one of those things where if you take a look at it from the front of the box while it's still in there on the shelf, you would have no clue, but then you turn them around and bam, there it is. And well, everybody, there we go. That is all of the Easter eggs that I have for you today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I'm sure there are way more Easter eggs out there that we could talk about in the future. And so if you want to see more of these videos, please let me know in the comment section below because I would love to do them. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.